forever smiles.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
cool.
three of them. Yeah. Each one convinced the next.
The next, see?
Because then you see you're still going through it and it's not that bad.
Right,
so
and
might as
it's
well do
not
it.
that, and to see my brother now, and he's going through all the, the different.
Has he been for a consultation yet?
Not yet, not
Okay.
yet.
But he's going through dental work now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because that's the one thing everybody says, it's a one and done. So, because with teeth like that, it's a never ending,
Mm-hmm.
You do one thing, something else happens.
Something else,
Forever.
and that's what I've gone through prior to getting these for years, back and forth, back and forth.
The money,
that,
the pain.
oh, yes. And now, in the last, I've had these a good 6 years now.
6 years?
Yeah, because if my wife has been going 8, I had these about 6 or 7 years. I got it a year after she passed away. So I've had these now that long.
What year?
Or maybe it was about 5, but I've had them a while.
Really?
If she's been going,
Hot Hog was 2020. Was it 2021 you had it?
it may have been.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 2021?
Yeah, because Hot Hog opened.
No, but I've had these longer than that.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe Manorville? Did you get the procedure done in Manorville? Because Hot Hog had opened in 21, I believe.
Maybe it wasn't because I used to go to I initially went to Manorville. I was going to Manorville.
Right.
But I did have to go to Hot Pug for something. But it was Manorville.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Manorville. It was Manorville. I'm sorry.
But we
No.
grew, no, we...
They held up great. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't had any problems or...
No, I've gone and gotten them cleaned, obviously, and
Well, that's important. I'm going to want to talk about that you've had them now longer than... most
right.
people
That's
that-
important. Yeah, and I have no problems. They don't bother me at all. I mean, I can't say enough.
All right.
I really can't.
All right, well, we're going to keep that on
Well,
pause.
I'm not going to be able to.
Okay, so you're gonna look at me.
Okay.
And the camera's just gonna keep rolling. So if you say something that you want to say differently or whatever, it just keeps rolling. We edit it out. at the
Right,
end. It's
okay.
not, you don't have to start and stop. Whatever's comfortable. For you.
Right. Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm rolling. Basically all in editing. I just pick and choose everything I want. So don't. Yeah. It's
Okay,
it's
good.
very chill.
That helps make it easier because I'm like, if I had to do like takes,
Nah.
it'd be like, oh
This
my.
is very laid back.
It'd be like take 2,000
Get
and
the
a
camera, Alex's there.
Okay.
You and I are just hanging.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay,
cool.
Cool. All right, excellent. All right, you want to just start out? Tell me your name. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Richard Coleman.
The third.
The third, yes, I can't forget that. 61 years young. And
Years young, I like.
yeah, 61 years young. I've been dealing with problems with my teeth for years. And since getting the procedure done at Pure Dental, both upper and lower, I mean, it's amazing. It's I can't speak highly enough. It's changed my life. It really has. And now I could smile with confidence. I used to try to smile with my mouth closed. Now,
How did you smile before?
as long as and you have to constantly remember to do that,
Did
which
you
was
used to put your hand over your mouth? Some people do that too.
I would do that as well, but I got used to just keeping it,
Yeah.
you know.
If you could, whenever you get a chance and you remember, to try and say the word "my forever smile," because that's the name, and we're trying to
Okay,
recognizable out there. So
okay, forever smile.
So, all right. So let's start. We can start at the beginning. Tell me, what was life like before? What kind of problems did you have with your teeth?
Oh wow, I wouldn't even know where to begin. It was constant cavities and fillings and root can I oh man, I mean, bad teeth is running my family, and so I've had problems throughout my entire life with my teeth, you know. It's been a constant back and forth to the dentist, and of course, who wants to go to the dentist?
How old were you when you started?
Well, I want to say in my late 20s. Late 20s, early 30s, my teeth were just started, you know.
And it's hereditary.
Yes, it's hereditary, yes.
Wow. So you had bridges
And
root
and
canals.
fillings and you name it, I've had it. And of course, temporarily it's good, but then you end up still back in the same thing. So,
Someplace else.
yes.
Oh my goodness. So what was eating like for you?
Oh, well, I had to pick and choose. I couldn't chew anything hard. I love sweets, and because I had constant cavities, it seemed like I couldn't really enjoy that. Oh boy, it was it was not fun at all.
And wow, that sounds awful. So you couldn't eat your sweets. That's the worst. Because your cavities. And what was your favorite food that you couldn't really eat besides sweets, like steaks or anything like that?
Well, I love fruit. So even biting into an apple, which most people think that's no big deal, but when your teeth are that bad and it's like, oh my
So you gotta
goodness.
monitor
So
what you eat.
yes. So it affected, you know, it changed the way I had to eat as well. And now I can bite through anything with
A lot of people did complain that, because they couldn't eat right, they couldn't eat healthy, like salads and crunchy vegetables and things. So a lot of people say that their health is much better.
And I would have to agree with that as well, because now, again, salad, certain things that my teeth were sensitive or, it bothered me so much, and now I can eat whatever I like pretty much, which is great.
Was there like a defining point where you said, this is enough? Like, did something happen that you just said, I'm done, I can't do this anymore?
I guess it around 50 years old, I just, from decades of going through this, I just thought, you know what, something's got to give. And that's when I heard of Forever Smile.
I was gonna say, did the doctor that you were going to, did he want to do implants, or what was he suggesting?
He suggested implants, but to be honest, I wasn't very happy with him. He was a good doctor, but I wasn't. And at the time he suggested it, I still was unsure.
Did you know this procedure existed when you were having issues?
No, actually, it was new to me. And in fact, Dr. Vibert is the one, when I first met him, he did an excellent job of explaining exactly what the procedure was and how it worked. And I had no idea. I was like, really? We could do that?
So you had no idea that you could have all your teeth removed and permanent teeth put in, and you had no idea that even existed.
No idea. I thought the old-fashioned dentures. That's all I knew. I had no idea.
Because that's our biggest job really is people really don't know that this exists. People that have dentures, or they can get one implant and then they need another, and then you keep on going with the implants. So that's why it's so important to get that word out, that people don't have to suffer with their dentures anymore, and this does exist, because most people don't know that it exists. So tell me again, how did you get to Forever Smile?
Well, I did see an ad Forever Smile, and at that time I was really thinking about, well, I need to look into this. So I saw the ad, I called the number and followed up, and
so you went in for your complimentary consultation.
for my complimentary, yes.
You met Dr. Vibert.
And met Dr. Vibert.
The staff, how did that go?
Very nice. The staff was wonderful, friendly. Dr. Vibert as well. it was wonderful. I enjoyed the entire procedure.
Really?
Yes, I did. It made it easier for me, just being, the professionalism, the friendliness of the staff. The entire procedure was really comfortable.
That's what we hear, and that's golden. That's great. That smile.
Can I take
Smile.
a second?
Yeah.
Can I have a second? I just
of
got to
course,
use
dude.
the bathroom.
Do whatever you gotta
Thank
do.
you. Sorry.
Yeah.
How am I doing so far?
You kill-
Okay.
You good?
I apologize. Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Take as much time
Thank
as
God
you
for
need.
editing, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Are you all good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just have to know, what is that?
This.
Yes.
This is my wife's.
I had one of those years ago.
She called it her daughter. We always wanted a little girl, and we thought that Richard was gonna be a girl up until the moment he came out. We had female name picked, Leah. I'm like, honey, I don't think it's a girl. She's like, don't tell me that. Yeah. so that.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
All right, so we were talking about when you first came to Pure and how that made Pure Dental, Tattoo Forever Smile, and we were talking about the staff and kind of how you felt when you got there, because that's so important. You have to be comfortable with the people that you're allowing to do this procedure.
And I believe that had a very strong influence on me going through with it, because they made me feel very, very comfortable. And that's important, That's obviously very important.
Right. So, were you taken back when you first heard about this procedure, when you described the procedure? I would be, if I didn't know it existed, I guess.
I was. I wasn't surprised, because I know with the advancements in technology and everything, but I had honestly never heard of it personally. So I was very taken aback, and I was happy that it's available and I could have a chance.
So when you heard that in 4 hours or a few hours you wake up with permanent teeth, what did that sound like to you?
Like a dream come true. It sounded almost unreal. It sounded almost...
Can you just tell me what sounded unreal? What sounded unreal to you?
The fact that in just a few hours' time, because that's basically what it was, you can have a permanent smile. I mean, it was amazing. I would have never thought that was possible before in the allotted time.
It sounds like a dream. You're right.
It is a dream. I mean, and in comparison to the time spent for the procedure and now afterwards, it's well worth it. Because here I am, much later, still enjoying my smile, still enjoying. They feel great. I haven't had any problems with them. I can't speak enough of the forever.
Can you tell me how many? I want you to say I had the procedure. Was it 4 years or something?
Probably almost 4.
4.
Right. So maybe tell me a little bit that you've had it now in your mouth, and are there any problems? Or because now it's been a few years and it's a fairly new procedure.
Right.
So people want to know, what's the lifespan? There is a 99% success rate that we know, but you're the living proof of now a few years later. So can you just tell me a little about how long ago did you have this?
Approximately 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years now, and I mean, I haven't had a single problem yet. They feel great. It's almost as if they've been there all the time now. It really is. I have no problems with them, and again, 4 or 5 years down the line, I'm still going strong, and so is my smile.
So is your forever
And
smile.
so is my forever smile.
That's so funny. Did you get to see the new technology? Because that's what Dr. Vibert is really. I mean, our place is known for having the top technology anywhere. Did you get to the feel of that and the dental lab and
I absolutely did. I was very impressed, with the entire setup and the entire procedure. Everything went smoothly. Yeah, it was. I can't say enough about it. It was really.
Did you know that they had the dental lab right there, and what a benefit really that is, because then the dentist and the technicians all work together, and they're right there when you're in surgery,
And that absolutely makes it a lot easier. Everyone's there. The way they have it set up, they just have everything set up perfectly, and they run it very efficiently. And
Did you want to go to any other consultations once you went to Forever Smile? Did you want to go and check it out and see what anybody else was doing out there?
No, I was impressed immediately with Forever. I really was. I mean, just the setup when I met Dr. Firebird and some of the other staff, it was almost like, you know what, this is the place. I don't have to look anywhere else. This is it.
That's awesome.
And I'm so happy I made that choice, because it turned out to be very.
Did it take a lot to make that choice?
It wasn't something easy, because again, I still had, some teeth of my own left that had to be removed, and I was a little hesitant about, wow, do I really want to do that? Because I did have both upper and lowers done, and so that was a pretty big procedure. But again, everything went so smoothly. I would have.
So you thought just for a minute it's a little weird to take out good teeth. I would think so.
Yes. Even though,
I still got a few good ones
I
left.
still got maybe I need to hold on to those.
Yeah, but the rest of them,
So
you
the
need a full
decision,
set.
so the decision is certainly not an easy one, but it's certainly worth. In my case, I can say personally, absolutely worth it, and I can see it being a benefit to many others as well. It's just great.
Great, that's amazing. All right, let's talk maybe a little about the surgery. Were you nervous at all?
Absolutely, because I'm just.
Tell me about that.
Having that many teeth removed at one time, certainly. And again, after having spent decades with the dentist in and out, extractions and all these different things, I was nervous, to go through that. That's something.
I mean, that's natural. I can't imagine. I haven't seen anybody that said, nah.
No, yeah, it's all good. So no, there were some nerves there, obviously, but again, I felt so comfortable that helped as well. It really did help. It really.
So you were more nervous about actually losing the teeth that you did have. That's what you were nervous about.
That's exactly what I was nervous about. Losing the last bit that I had left of my own natural teeth.
How do you feel about that now that you think about that? That was a concern of yours.
Now, I feel, why did I even debate so long over it? I mean, it's understandable you want to keep your own teeth, but now when I think about it, it was such a great decision. I haven't had any problems, and I love to smile now. I used to actually try to.
Your whole face changes when you smile and when you don't smile. I mean, it's unbelievable.
So now I get to use those muscles to smile.
A lot of people don't know how to smile after either, because they've spent their life not smiling. And so when somebody said their muscles in their face didn't even know how to smile.
Right. Yeah.
So that was crazy. Do you remember the surgery, or were you totally out?
I was out. I remember before the anesthesia, I was just a bit nervous. But after the surgery, it was great. You know, I woke up a little groggy, but I was told everything went well, and that's how it went. It went well, and
Do you remember when you woke up and they put a mirror in front of you and you saw it for the first time? Because that's got to be something.
oh man! In fact, I still have that in my mind of the very first time I couldn't believe it. I didn't want them to take it away. Wait a minute. Am I dreaming here? It's not a dream. But I must say, the first time I saw it, it was unbelievable. It was amazing to see.
And to know that you could chew on them, they're not coming out.
Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
Well, that was a great, thank you. That was a great explanation for seeing them for the first time. Some people are like, oh, I was too out of it or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're out of it, that's got to be a real shock.
Because you're not, what? For years I'm looking at something else and now I see this. You have to, even if I was, so I will remember that. I will remember seeing for the first time that smile, and that's etched in my memory.
Okay, did you have some pain after that? What was it recovered like?
Not much pain. There was some pain, obviously, but not a whole lot. And at that point, I was so happy about just having this done and having it done that I was all in. I was just waiting to recover, which was, went smoothly as well. And so the procedure was really great. Not as bad as not bad like I thought. Yeah.
And you didn't have like swelling or?
No, I didn't.
Really?
No.
Can you tell me about that?
Very little swelling, and I was told by Dr. Vibert that my bone structure and things are good, and so everything went really well. I didn't have any complications, nothing to speak of.
Eat some soft foods at the beginning.
I had to eat, but that's which I was doing anyway because I didn't have any choice. But now I was doing it because after this I would be able to go and bite back into that apple again.
Oh, do you have an apple in the house?
No.
Oh,
I wish I I didn't know. Oh man.
It was just a good reference.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have a bad recovery. That's awesome. And also the healing pain is different than nerve tooth pain.
Oh, absolutely. Most people know when it's a nerve forget it. That's it's not pain like that at all. It's a very low pain. It's not a sharp, like nerve type pain. So it's very tolerable as well. Yes.
Good. And so then you could start eating after a little while, right?
Oh boy.
What was that like?
Let me say this. I didn't know where to start. Because even though I'm a slim guy, I do love to eat, and I can eat. And so I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. But knowing that I can eat whatever I wanted to, it was no big deal now. I could take my time. I can eat whatever I want this day, that day, next day.
What's your favorite thing?
I love seafood. And I do love seafood, which is not much, but I also love my fruits and vegetables, and because I like to stay in shape and trim and fruits.
And what about the candy?
Oh my goodness, I have such a now. I have such a sweet tooth, and now with the Forever Smile, I don't have to worry about having my candy and then pain along with it, So I get to enjoy my sweets now. I really get to enjoy them pain-free.
Do we have any sweets in the house?
Absolutely. No. That I have. There's cookies, there's all kinds of, there's candy, there's...
So funny. That's amazing. That's amazing. Was there anything that struck you as that you didn't expect, or was a problem for you, or any negative? I like to hear those too.
No, I can't really think of anything negative. The only thing I could say that maybe is that because the location is in Manorville and I live in Coram, that's a little distance. But other than that, no, I can't honestly think of.
Okay, well that's good.
I really can't.
That's good.
And that would stand out with me if it was.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
remember. But
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not like you just go twice a year now
yeah,
and get clean.
And get
clean
clean.
in Manorville too.
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I went not too long ago. So it's been great. I love it. I love it. I really do. I don't know how else to say, but for me, it's been great. And I'm sure for many others as well. I can relate. I see the commercial. I see, and I could agree with it, just to have this great smile. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
So cute.
But I know you can edit that, so my bad.
So the one thing I would like to hear is, and then we're wrapping this up because you're doing amazing. We're right there. You really are outstanding.
Cool.
Especially with your description of looking at your teeth for the first time. What would you, if somebody's watching this now and they're on the fence about doing this, either because of fear or they don't want their teeth to come out, their last teeth like you had, what would you tell somebody? What would you tell me if I'm thinking about doing it, but I'm really afraid?
Well, I would tell you that I understand that because I felt the same way at first. I was a bit hesitant, but you know what? I followed through with it, and I am so glad I did because it is so worth it. It really is. And certainly it's a huge decision to make, but it's one that if you do make it,
you tell me to do it.
I'm
you tell me to get my forever smile.
I'm telling you to go for it. Get your forever smile because it's awesome.
Very good.
Awesome.
That was great. It's really great.
One last question I would say is, after you got the procedure, did you notice more confidence? Did you do little success stories after the
I'm
procedure?
glad you said. Well,
Person?
I won't mention younger women, but my confidence. I'm glad you mentioned that. My confidence is through the roof, and since getting the forever smile, obviously, it makes you feel better about yourself. You're confident. You feel more. You want to socialize more because normally I'm pretty reserved person, and now I want to get out there and party. So it really changes you. It really changes your life. It really does.